Richard Kuo here, and today we're going to talk about how to achieve weight loss goals. Here's a photo of me 3 years ago on the left, weighing at 200 pounds, and the photo on the right is me just a few days ago, weighing 150 pounds. Woo-woo! Finally achieved my weight loss goals. Yeah. Here are a few basic tips for you to help you on your weight loss journey or whatever fitness goals you have in general. The first one is to just have fun. Have fun with it. Just enjoy your life, because that's what life is about. Life is about being happy and joyful. And so really just have fun in your journey. That is the best way that you will stick to it and make your goal a reality. How I had fun with my journey is I actually was talking with my friend, and she's like, oh man, I just did this thing called a triathlon where you swim and you bike and you run all in one race. I'm like, wow, that sounds pretty miserable. And she's like, Richard, you should do it. And I'm like, ugh. The fact that I thought about it, I'm like, okay, shoot, I gotta do it now. While I was training for it, I'm like, man, this is actually pretty doable. So 1 or 2 months before the actual race, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go balls to walls, and instead of just doing a sprint distance, I'm doing double it, which is the Olympic distance. So I signed up for the Olympic distance triathlon, and which meant I had to train even harder, and it took me 3 hours and 5 minutes to complete it. But it was a lot of fun. It was a challenge, and I mean, there's a lot of pain, but it was a good pain. Like, it was fun. Pain is fun. Tip number 2 is to do what works for you. Make it fun, and also do what works for you. Because at the end of the day, just because someone else works out 6 to 7 days a week, sometimes 8 days a week, you've seen those people, do what works for you. Because for me, there's no way that I would want that into my schedule. So I actually only did about 2 to 4 days of exercise every single week, mostly 2 to 3. And I just break my workouts back to back, as in instead of just doing 1 hour every day, I would group them into 2 to make it a little bit more efficient on my scheduling and not having to take showers every day. I also talked to my nutrition friend about what I should be eating, and she gave me like a really strict diet, which literally was like a quarter of what I was eating back in the day. And she's like, here you go, eat lots of healthy food and veggies and stuff. And I was like, oh great, this is great. But I ended up trying it out, and after a few weeks, I'm like, wow, this is pretty intense. I don't think I want to stick with this for the rest of my life. So I ended up customizing it, making it fun, and doing what worked for me, which was adding a little bit more protein, a little bit more variants of fruits and veggies, but also meats and healthy snacks. If you want more info about like kind of my diet and everything like that, feel free to just drop them in the comments if you have questions, and I'll be happy to share with you. My favorite meal, real briefly, was I called it the trifecta. And that was egg whites, spinach, and black beans, which was delicious for a little bit and ended up getting tiresome eating it like so many meals, like all day long, every day. For life. Tip number 3 is to copy or imitate what's worked in the past with other people. If you see a success story of someone who was big and became a skinny person, see what they did. Because if it worked for them, there's a good chance that it might work for you. I know this is kind of contradictory to my last point, but use it as a framework and then do what works for you. For me, I looked at the workouts of other triathletes as well as my friends who did triathlons. For nutritionists, I looked at what other people ate, the blended smoothies and juicing that they did, and the meal plans, and I copied what they did and then ended up adapting to what worked for me. Alright, so have fun, make it your own, and use other people for reference. Alright, good luck with your journey. If you have any comments, check out my website, richardco.com, and leave a comment there regarding this topic. The conversation continues there. This is just the beginning. Alright, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Have a good day. Peace! I'm going to do a quick exercise, ask you a few questions, and this is essentially just free coaching for you, and it'll be a good way for you to understand the other person and also feel less frustrated. If you need more time to think about it, pause this video.